Hey, Together Church. Hope things are going well. Hey, welcome to week one of our Abide series. If you've been following along with us, coming along to Sunday services, we're preaching around this idea of abide from the book of John from 13 to 17. It's kind of the last evening before Jesus goes through into the cross, and we're looking at his last words, what he said to his disciples, what he said to those closest to him. And we've spent the last 2 weeks now, our introduction, and then week one in chapter 13 of John, reading from 1 through to 20, and we've looked at a few different things of how Jesus is coming to us as Lord and King and choosing to wash his disciples' feet. From a position of security, of knowing who Jesus is, and a position of, wanting his disciples to know that they are loved. One of the last things he wants them to know is that they are loved, that they can come to him just as they are, and they are loved. And then we moved on to that, and he says, just as I have washed your feet, so you ought to go do the same for others. And there's this idea of these two kind of positions that we see, which is really just one position of abide. There's a posture of abide and an action of abide. A posture that comes to Jesus as he invites us, and we abide in him, and from that abiding, action produces an action and a response because of our abiding. Our abiding in Jesus leads us the way that Jesus is calling us. All of a sudden, from our abiding, we're walking more like Jesus walks, we're walking the direction Jesus walks, because we're choosing to abide. And it's a decision that we make. We have to make a decision to step towards Jesus. When someone invites you in and opens the door, you make a decision to step through the door, and we make a decision to abide in him. And we have to practice that decision. I was talking about it on Sunday when I played field hockey. I'd hit the ball and it would fly in the air, and my coach would yell at me, "Hey, stop playing golf, we're playing field hockey." And it was all to do with my position. I had to keep my head down and my shoulders square, and if I did that while I was playing field hockey, the ball would stay down. And I had to practice that, and I practiced that and practiced that, and it became second nature. And it's the same with abiding in Jesus. Hey, what are we doing to abide in Jesus? What are the practices that we're putting into our life and our day that are helping us to abide in him? And on the start of this 10-week abide journey, can I encourage you? Look at those practices. What are you doing today? What are you doing tomorrow? What are you practicing? What posture are you practicing to abide in Jesus? Maybe it's just a little thing. Maybe it's just, hey, I'm going to read my Bible more. Hey, I'm going to pray more. I'm going to love more. Whatever that looks like for you. But what is that posture that you're practicing in these next 10 weeks? What are you going to practice every day, every week, that eventually just becomes like second nature to you because of that practice? And from that posture, that produces this action that only Jesus can produce in you. Because when we start abiding, he starts changing us from the inside out. He says in verse 20 of chapter 13, it says this: "Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever receives the one I send receives me. And whoever receives me receives the one who sent me." Like this whole abiding conversation that we're having, this whole abiding series, it starts with this: receiving him. Simple, receiving him. Receiving his love, receiving his mercy, receiving his grace, receiving his faithfulness, receiving him. Will you do that today? Will you receive him, whatever that looks like for you in this moment? You go, yeah. You go, yeah, God, yeah, Jesus, man, I need more of you in my life. I need more of you in my life. Will you receive him? Will you practice that posture of abide? And watch what God does in your life. Watch the changes. Watch the impact. Watch what he does. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be doing these every week. Every Monday we'll release one for your study, to add to this extra Abide series. Hey, you might have the book already, the Abide book. If you don't, you can pick it up on Sunday. It's $5 a book. You can just grab it and then put the $5 into the church account. If you can't afford $5, put $1 a month in. I don't care. However you want to get that $5 in, just do it. However you want to do it. If you can't afford it, just tell us and just take one for free. Just take it and don't put any money in the account. It's no big deal. But if you can't afford it, it's $5 in the account would be great. But they're available on Sunday, and they have a weekly devotional. They have a whole bunch of pages for you to take sermon notes. I've left ample room for you to take notes of my sermons. So feel free to do that. But guys, have a blessed week, and we'll see you on Sunday.